Welcome to a socially distanced episode of Ben and John Do Cars.
Today we're looking at my Mk6 Golf GTI.
It's got a turbo.
We've got turbos.
I know.
Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. Lots of things have changed in that time. The country's been in a bit of a weird place actually. It's a bit of a weird place to be at the moment. Obviously with lockdown, couldn't really do anything. Now things are slowly starting to get back together, go out a bit more, you know, still got social distance and all of that. But I thought now is the time to make a video to get back on the channel. The weather is good. So I thought we'd take out the Golf. We'll head over to see Ben, because obviously Ben isn't here. He's at home, he's just finished work, so I'm going to head over there and say hello, because I haven't seen him for the whole of lockdown. So what is it? It is a Mk6 Golf GTI. I've always liked the thought of having a more modern GTI. I've had Mark 4s, like I've said, but they weren't particularly a good GTI to have. The engines were a bit crap. Like, they did a whole variety of GTIs in the Mark 4. They had like a 2 litre, naturally aspirated, and then he did a 1.8 turbo, 20 valve. The 20 valve turbos were always the ones that I was drawn to because they were deemed the proper GTIs, if you like. But they only had about 150 horsepower as standard. You could get the anniversary, the special edition version, that only had 180 horsepower. And you think from a 1.8 turbo, but you could get a lot more power out standard from those. So they weren't particularly good either. I was drawn to those because that was all I could afford at the time, and they do have some tuning capabilities, like you can tune them. Obviously they're turbocharged engines, you can put them on a dyno, put it on remap, you know, front mount intercooler, exhaust system, you get about 220 horsepower, something like that. Not massive amounts of power, and they didn't particularly drive that well, like they didn't handle amazing. I mean, they weren't bad, but they weren't nothing to write home about. And then the Mark 5 came out, and then finally Volkswagen made another, what I deem to be a proper GTI again. The Mark 5 was an awesome car, handled amazingly. Finally, the engines were actually pretty good. They came with like around 200 horsepower, and then you could tune those, make them faster, blah, 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 all good fun. And then the Mark 6 came out, and to me, this is my favourite shape Golf GTI, of the more modern GTIs. I just think it really looks really nice, and quite stylish and sporty. Even this is a 10-year-old car, and even 10 years on, this still looks quite modern. Some cars don't age well, and I think the Mk6 GTI's aged really well. This is one of the earlier Mk6s, this is 2009. Yeah, it's aged well, it looks cool. I mean, the Mark 7 came out, and it's a bit more square looking and a bit more sharp, and I didn't really like that. But when we go talk about the engines on these came with 210 horsepower as standard. Front wheel drive, 6-speed manual. 210 horsepower is a nice amount of power in a little hot hatch. A cheeky little tune, and you can get yourself up to about 260 horsepower. This is probably what this is sitting at. It's got a Scorpion catback, it's got an air filter, and it's got a remap on it. It's not shit your pants quick, by all accounts, but it's plenty quick, especially for what I do. So I'm not smashing this around track, all that sort of stuff. So around the streets, this is fine. Power figures are an estimate because I haven't got a print out of the dyno, but I know a stage 1 tune on these gets you around 260 horsepower. But ownership of these doesn't come without its costs. Now, I didn't really know much of the history of this car. I knew it'd been looked after fairly well because the service manual is all stamped up and things, but there wasn't any receipts for any sort of additional work. But there are some little niggly things with these cars that you've got to kind of make sure they've been done. From reading around on the forums before I got it, especially these earlier Mk6 GTIs, came with a dodgy timing chain tensioner. God, I can't say that. And they were later revised, the later varieties of these GTIs. So I wasn't sure if this had been done, and if it hasn't been done, it's prone to fail, and then fuck your whole engine up basically. If your time chain slips and it all goes Pete Tong, you're looking at a new engine potentially. So that was I was kind of worried about that for a while. It was always on my to-do list to get it done. Also, the clutch was making a funny noise, like the clutch bearing making a funny noise. Brakes were they're on their way out, the disc brakes. The pads were fine. And also I needed to get it serviced, so booked it in and got all of that work done just for peace of mind. You know, time change may never have failed, but I was always in the back of my mind, if this does fail, it's going to cost me a few quid, and I didn't really want to have to go down that route of doing that, because that's a complete ball ache. And then I put some Michelin Pilot Super Sports as well, just to top it off, and now we've got peace of mind, we've got reliability, and we've got Type R up our arse as well, and a car that you can drive fairly spiritedly on the road without little problem, really. So I'm going to go over to Ben's. So I'm just checking my microphone's plugged in, because this would be a nightmare if it's not. I'm just going to go over to Ben's, say hello, give him a big hug, because I haven't seen him for ages. Oh wait, we can't do that because of social distancing. And then film a little intro, I guess, which you would have seen at the start of this video, or we'll cut it in at some point. And then maybe let Ben take it out for a drive. There's so many cars around on the road today, which is driving me mad, because I can't really open her up. Maybe I'll hold back a little bit here. And try and get a bit of space, obviously abiding to the speed limits. Still got that Type R behind us. Be nice if he overtook us, actually. Here he comes. There we go. So we can get past. Right, let's go. There we go, nice and easy. Coming into a 40 now, so better slow down. I like red. I love GTIs in red. I always would have wanted a red one, just simply because it's oh, this road, fuck me. I say it's comfortable, but it's a notoriously bad road. Yeah, I've always wanted a GTI in red. For me, GTIs are either black, oak green, like the Mark IIs, or red. And it matches the seats. You've got red tartan kind of stitching on the seats in here as well, which is cool, because that's a throwback to the GTIs of yesteryear. This road is so bad. Oh my god. I want to put my foot down, but it's so bumpy. I don't usually have problems with this car, bumps, but this road's taken that biscuit. So yeah, since I put these Michelins on, it makes a noticeable difference, actually. There's less understeer, it's way more responsive on the turn-in, which I really, really like. The Rover broken down, shock. Yes, boy. Oh, God, it's good. I know this road's fucking shit. Stick her in. So responsive in the corners. So those tyres really, really do work their magic. It's a shame this road is so bumpy. I don't know where the fuck I am, but we're gonna go this way. Road looks shit. We Rover Streetwise represent. Ben will love that. It's not Streetwise. Yes, it is a Streetwise. Fuck yeah. Another shit road. I fucking have some sort of shit road magnet. One thing I don't like about this car is that the radio doesn't go up very loud when you're listening to the radio. If you plug your iPhone in or listen to Spotify or anything like that, it does go up quite loud, which is good. Speakers aren't the best, but they're not the worst either. I just don't know why the stereo doesn't go very loud. That's basically as loud as it'll go. And I don't dislike much else about it, really. I'm just trying to think what I don't like about it. Let's turn that off. Aircon could be a little bit colder, but that's probably because it needs surfacing. So there you go. There we have it. Golf GTI, Mark 6. Can't go wrong in my book. Let's see what Ben says. There he is. Looking good. Straight from work. Hello, mate.
What's going down?
No, I'm just filming you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. You're so nice. Zipping.
This Civic's going to want to race. Do you want me to race him?
No.
Okay. Right, okay, so masks and gloves because of Corona. Let's get it done, yeah? Johnny loves it. I'm with an open mind, so hopefully between the two of us you'll get a fairly unbiased review. I do like these seats a lot. They hug you and they're very comfortable and they're very supportive, so there we go with that. Fucking hell! Oh mate, that's pretty quick. That is a talkie boy. Oh, I did it the wrong way. That is a talkie boy. It's a strong boy! It's a fucking strong boy! We got a 2-litre turbo and it's making loads of horsies. And it's making loads of turkeys. That's talkies, not turkeys. It's not making any fucking turkeys. You're a fucking turkey. Look at that Audi A2. What a heap of shit. That's my usual sort of opinion on VW Group products. That was an unfiltered VW Group opinion from me. So that gives you an idea. But this is lovely. It's properly fast. It handles well. I've not had a chance to properly chuck it around, but you know, I can tell it's planted to the road. The steering feel is nice. The gear changes are nice. The brakes work. That's as much as I can say about them at the moment. But it's a talkie boy. Right, let's get back on this road. Let's put the foot down a little bit and see what we can do. So second gear. She really picks up. Wow, fuck me. There's a tiny little bit of lag. A little bit, but I quite like that. Mate, hot hatches now are fucking quick. Like, you know, this is not going to beat a Ferrari in a race or anything, but 260 horsepower in a car that probably weighs about fucking 1,300 kilos. In the world of 1,000 horsepower GTRs and fucking A45 AMGs with 500 horsepower and all that kind of stuff, tuned obviously, I'm not a retard. 260 horsepower doesn't sound like a lot, but this is fast. You can feel the front wheels start to like scrabble for grip. They're trying to contain the mountain of torque. But I like it. I don't know if Johnny said this, I don't know if you picked this up from our other videos, but I don't like Golfs. I tend to think, I'm generalising here, obviously I love Johnny, and I know other people who drive Golfs and I like them, but generally speaking I tend to find most Golf drivers are total. And so therefore I just don't really like them. I think they come across like, it's just a boring car, like, and I don't mean that in terms of it's boring to drive, I just mean it's a, I don't know, they don't really do much for me. But I'm keeping my mind open, and I'm pleasantly surprised by this Mk6 GTI. I think, as much as I hate to admit it, there is a reason why the Golf GTI kind of is the yardstick for hot hatchery, and it's because, you know, this car, what's a hot hatch supposed to do? It's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be practical, it's supposed to be fairly cheap, supposed to be comfortable. You know, you could happily have a family of 4 and have this as your only car. Do you know what I mean? Even this one with its lowered suspension and remapped engine, tuning the engine and that, you could have this as your only car. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know what the MPG is. I think Johnny probably averages around 30 or so. And fuck me, it rips! It's a word I don't usually use, but it feels appropriate. It fucking rips, mate. I like this. Would I be happy if this was my everyday car? Yeah, I'd be pretty stoked if this was my everyday car. Spent a fuck ton of money on it, on some preventative maintenance, which is always good. So, you know, it should provide him with a fun, fast, reliable, comfortable, dependable form of transportation for many years to come. And that's all we're really looking for in life, isn't it?
Right, thanks for watching. Obviously, like, subscribe, share, all that usual stuff. Hope you've enjoyed the video. We've tried to get Ben in as much as possible, obviously socially distancing and all of that. Can't be in the car together. But yeah, it's been a great day out by all accounts. Got to see Ben for the first time in weeks and weeks and weeks due to lockdown. So it's really nice. Also got to see the lovely little Zeppelin as well. He's a good boy. Yeah, it's been good. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we're coming at you with a bit more stuff. So look after yourselves. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Yeah, I'm about to shit my pants. Otto Haus Wolfsburg!